We've seen a variety of hazards in the many traffic scenes we've driven through. We've been able to handle most of them by looking in the right place at the right time. But some hazards are not very obvious. We can be looking at them and still not recognize them, like this one. We have a better view of both cars than they have of each other. We can see what's going to happen. Unfortunately, drivers don't always have the time to think about the possibilities that can develop in traffic and what to do about them. They have to react. How are people able to react so quickly? Well, as experienced drivers, they've seen situations like this before. Their minds see one car coming down the road and one about to pull out. It sounds an alarm that tells them to get their foot off of the accelerator, their eyes to start looking for a way out, and their hands to get ready to steer. So when the car pulls out, they're prepared.
They apply the brake enough to slow down and to be able to turn onto the roadside.
Was this driver prepared to react the first time a situation like this developed? Probably not. But after this happens once, drivers quickly learn to recognize the signs, just like children learn to recognize the signs of something too hot to touch. It's from experiences like these that drivers learn to react quickly to hazardous situations and to lower their crash rate by 2/3 over the first 2 years of driving. This video will present you with a lot of hazardous situations from which you can learn the signs of trouble. One type of hazard is the person on the road who can't see us. Remember this guy? Here's another. A driver would have to back halfway into the street before seeing. By keeping our eyes peeled, we're able to spot one that may be on the verge of backing. How about here? He's so intent on catching that taxi that he isn't looking our way at all. Here's one more. He'll have a hard time seeing us. Another type of hazard is people who can see us, but who are distracted. These people seem to be searching for an address. It might be a good idea to keep our distance. It's good that we didn't try to pass them. People hard at work aren't always paying attention. It's our job to look out for them. This guy's probably new on the job. He may never live to be old on the job. Some people are more confused than distracted. We're not sure where this tourist is going. Neither is the tourist.
This driver may have missed his exit. We expect him to slow down. Finally, there are those situations that create a problem for some driver, which suddenly becomes our problem. His problem could have been our problem if we hadn't left room for him.
His problem could have been ours if we hadn't recognized it before he did. Well, now that we know what kinds of hazards we face, let's see how well we recognize them when they happen unexpectedly. What's the hazard here? Why is that driver in the deceleration lane suddenly braking? There's plenty of room left to slow down. No, it's a good bet that he suddenly realized he took the wrong exit. The brake lights are a tip-off. The only reason to apply the brakes is to shift out of park. This driver is getting ready to roll. What should we do here? People working on a car tend to be preoccupied. If the driver decides to try starting it, he may walk into the street. The best thing to do is give him the whole lane. Not everything is a hazard. That pedestrian was going the other way. Even if he decided to turn around and come back, we'd have plenty of time to respond. Spotting hazards early lets us respond quickly, smoothly, and smartly.